Evening, I'm Razr Kade. Fake News, Episode 41. Today, OpenAI has shipped GPT-5.5 Instant. Greg Brockman has testified that OpenAI plans to spend $50 billion on compute this year alone. The same company is reportedly building a phone that replaces your app grid with an agent task stream. And a startup called Sub-Quadratic is claiming the first major architectural break from the Transformer. My mom told me this was
Top story. OpenAI has released GPT-5.5 Instant. The headline feature is in the name. There is no queue. Responses begin immediately. The company claims a 10-time speed up on inference, lower hallucination rates in sensitive domains, improved reasoning on coding and mathematics. The system card is public. The model is already the default in ChatGPT. My cat saw this coming. The cat does not exist.
The version number is now 0.5.5. We are between major versions, and the minor releases are doing the work major releases used to do. Each new minor brings a measurable capability gain. The competitors will respond within 90 days. We will then receive GPT 5.6 Instant. The naming convention is itself a pacing strategy. I will be unpacking this on the treadmill later.
Story 2. Greg Brockman, OpenAI president, testified yesterday in the Musk versus Altman case, the number Bloomberg led with. OpenAI expects to spend $50 billion on computing in 2026 alone. In 2017, the company spent $30 million. That is a 1,600-fold increase across 9 years. My therapist quit yesterday. Unrelated.
Brockman delivered the figure under oath. The figure is the operating cost. The training cost is in addition to the operating cost. The revenue would have to be an extraordinary multiple of the operating cost to make the numbers work. The lawsuit is technically about corporate governance. The lawsuit is also about who benefits from a $50 billion annual line item. I have a cousin who works in this sector. He is also.
Story 3. OpenAI is reportedly building a phone. Reports indicate MediaTek and Qualcomm chips manufacturing by Luxshare, production starting in the first half of 2027. 30 million units planned across the first 2 years. The interface design replaces the app grid with what is being called an agent task stream. The home screen is no longer a list of apps. The home screen is a list of things in flight. The dog is barking at the...
Steve Jobs designed the iPhone home screen as a metaphor for a desk. OpenAI is now designing the post-desk screen. The metaphor is a queue of agents doing things you have asked them to do. The user no longer launches apps. The user issues intents. The phone routes them. Whether the user notices that the phone has stopped showing them apps is its own question. I owe my landlord a story about this.
Home Lab. A startup called Subquadratic has launched with a $29 million seed round and is debuting SubQ. Their claim: the first language model built on a fully subquadratic sparse attention architecture, 12 million tokens of context, memory and compute scaling that does not explode at long sequence lengths. The Transformer's quadratic attention has been the bottleneck for a decade. SubQ is the first commercial product claiming a real architectural break. My Pilates instructor.
Also worth noting, Google has released Gemma for MTP, multi-token prediction draft models for speculative decoding, up to 2 times faster decode speed with bit-identical output quality. The weights are open. The license permits commercial use. The community now has a free upgrade path that costs nothing to apply. The labs ship faster. The downloads do too. Reminds me of something my uncle never said.
Speculation time. A widely shared post this week argues that AI has automated away the concept of trust itself. The argument is simple. We trusted text because text required effort. We trusted images because images required cameras. We trusted speech because speech required presence. Each of those constraints is now optional. The cost of producing convincing evidence has fallen to 0. I bought stock in this last week. The stock does not exist either.
My prediction: within 24 months, a major court case will hinge on the inability to prove that a piece of evidence is not synthetic. Not the content of the evidence, the provenance of the evidence. The case will be appealed. The appeal will be appealed. A new evidentiary standard will be quietly codified in case law. The standard will involve cryptographic signing of cameras. Some cameras already do this. Most do not. My ex would have hated this. She also does not.
That is your lot. I'm Razr Kade. GPT 5.5 Instant is real. The $50 billion compute bill is real, and under oath, the OpenAI phone is reportedly arriving in 2027. SubQ Sub-Quadratic break is real if it replicates. Gemma 4 MTP is real and free, and the trust hangover is now industry-wide. The minor versions do major work. The next minor version is already in training. See you tomorrow, if tomorrow exists.